Hey everybody, so I kind of feel like making a little video vlog, whatever, just because I just feel like talking. So yesterday Mike used my car because his truck was getting fixed, so he used my car to go to work, and then he dropped it off, so we went to pick up his truck. Apparently he forgot something in my car, so he's coming over again. Kind of feel like just relaxing and doing my own thing. I don't want to worry about Mike. He bought me wine. He was gonna get dinner, but I bought that hot dogs today at Jimmy's in Delaware. But he got me this wine, and let me tell you, it's really disgusting. Because the wine I wanted to get was only $10 for a small thing, and he didn't want to get it. He wanted to get a cheaper wine, and the cheaper one is just nasty. But I'm going to drink it anyway, so I can get rid of it. I have it in here, and it's just gross. Suicide Squad. Alright, I'm afraid. And it's really wet. The outside of the cup is like wet. Ugh, that is too oaky for me. I think it's a Chablis. It's not Chablis. I wanted to get Chablis, but it's not Chablis. It's something, but it's very oaky and like very gross. I just need like something to wipe the outside because it's very condensation and stuff like that, but it's not really good. It's okay that I don't work tomorrow, and I'm gonna watch some movies, or I'm gonna watch maybe the second season of 13 Reasons Why. So there's this really cool place too on the Delaware River where you have to go get a tube to go to it, and they have hot dogs and like chicken sandwiches and stuff like that. And the way to get there is you have to float to it. You have to have a tube or perhaps a canoe, and it takes you down to this like floating restaurant. It's called The Salty Parrot. Just kidding. No, it's really cool, and it's like I want to do that, and it's been around since 1987, and I'm like, I never heard of that. So I'm definitely gonna do it. I might document it. Like this summer, I really, really want to do fun things. I'm gonna explore and like do stuff like that because, like I said, I have a tattoo. Weird New Jersey. Google it. Weird New Jersey basically is a magazine, and it's been around for a very long time. And it just really shows all the like weird places to visit, like in New Jersey. There's a town called Midgetville, for instance, and I know Midgetville is very un-PC, but just using that that name to label is very like historical and retro style. If you get what I mean. It's all a house somewhere in New Jersey that's made of tiny houses. Like it's houses, but they look like they should be for little people. That's why they called it Midgetville. And they also have like a lot of stuff that's really weird. Like I did a weird New Jersey tour. It's actually on my channel somewhere. But I want to do more. Like I want to explore more. The one on my tour, I went to Hot Dog Johnny's, which is a really popular hot dog place, which is up in by Belvedere, New Jersey. Um, and like they filmed where Friday the 13th. That's up in Blairstown, and also the the actual lake was filmed. There's a campsite that's up sort of where I live in New Jersey. There's really a lot of interesting places and abandoned places and stuff like that. Just look it up. It's called Weird New Jersey, and it looks like this, but it's really awesome. And I want to explore and do all that stuff. And I want to do camping, and I want to do like cooking out and just enjoying life, enjoying the summer. So I really just don't want to be working at Walmart. Like I've been there over a year, but I'm over working on the weekends. If I work, I want daytime regular. I say that all the time, but we'll see about that. And I love motorcycle rides. Like I used to have friends that had motorcycles, and we'd go on motorcycle rides, but I don't really have any more friends. Like they stopped talking to me. I don't know. People are lame. We'll see. But I want to enjoy life again, and I want to feel excited about things, and just live and make memories. Another thing I wanted to say is there's this thing on Facebook that I see. They stole my idea because I used to talk about it a lot online. It's these adhesives that go on the bottom of your feet, on the soles of your feet. And that was my invention. Like, that was an idea that I wanted to make as an invention. And I actually did go to one of those invention places and told them about it. Well, guess what? I see now. They have foot stickers that go on your feet. And my invention was so you can walk on the beach without getting hot sand, or you can walk like on driveways without worrying about germs. They went ahead and took my idea. Now that idea, you can see it. It's stickers they sell on Amazon. And I'm like, that was my idea. And the idea behind it is because it feels like you're walking around barefoot. I think they stole my idea, and that's not the first time it's happened. I've had that happen before with movie ideas. For instance, the movie Insidious, the first one, not the other ones, based off a story idea I had about sleep paralysis and astral projections. And I wrote about this online, so it was like anything you can see online, you're gonna be like, okay. So, what's an idea? For example, let me come up with an idea, and if we see it happening, you know they took my idea from right now. So let me think of an idea. I have a lot of ideas. It's just, I can't think at the moment. What's an idea I have that can be stolen down the way? Interactions. Just like this whole thing. Let me tell you something. I watch YouTube more than I watch TV. And if you find like somebody that you're really interested in that has a YouTube channel, or you watch somebody and they interact with you, it makes it more interpersonal. So that way it feels more personal or interpersonal, whatever that means. And you see that they comment back to things you say, or they're really really like showing that they care about their fans and people who watch their channel or whatever. Well, that makes everyone feel special, and I think that's the way of the future, because before it's very hard to communicate with somebody who's like a TV star or something like that, but now everybody has Instagram and social media accounts, so I really think the interaction is what makes things. I will turn in personally, I will tune in more to somebody who interacts and who is actually like grateful for their fans. For example, I used to watch Conan all the time, Conan O'Brien, and one of the people that work on that show, he actually really started a thing where, let me take a sip of this. Oh. Ooh, that's gross. His name is Aaron Blair, and he really started that interaction kind of stuff. Like, he, back in the day, like years ago, he made it so that they have a live stream and that like the fans can communicate, and it's so fun to do when you see that you're getting noticed and your comments are getting noticed, and like they're saying, this and that. They like notice you, like Lulafon, okay? So he did all that stuff, and then he did a lot of interactions with the fans, which I think is a really great idea. I think Conan is the only show that really does that. The other talk show hosts, those shows don't really do that much, but they have something called Twitch, where they have a Twitch channel, like, and they always interact with the fans. And actually, Aaron Blair made his own channel, so he knows us all. He knows me. He knows we're all in group and we hang out there, and that's just like a lot of fun, I think, because it's just that interaction. But let me say something. I think he thinks that I am annoying, and he doesn't want to really like. He doesn't want to maybe lead me on in any way for me to be like all stalkery and weird, because that's what I am. I'm just so weird. Like, I'm such a stalker. Like, you don't want to give me any kind of acknowledgement. That's fine. That's fine. Actually, I think I do get acknowledgement because I go by the name for the longest time. I need to I need to bring my cat in. She's outside. Hold on. Oh, I'm back. So I see my neighbor Kevin is out there, and I want to just like chat with him and see what's up, but he doesn't really like talk to me anymore. Fuck him. Plus Mike's on his way over again. Like I kind of just don't want Mike to be over all the time. He's always coming over. Why? I'd like to chill with other people. I don't know. But anyways, like I was saying, I was going by the name Poison for a long time, like online, and this was the time when MySpace was a big thing, and my MySpace page is still up actually. Maybe I will put the link below. But you know, it used to be fun and all that. It's not like that anymore. But I used to go by the name Poison, and the reason why is because for my page, I was trying to get noticed, and I used to have songs like "Who's That Girl Up," so I always figured that people would be like, come across my page, and they'd be like, "Who's that girl?" So it was that girl for a while. My name is, and somebody pointed out that that used to be a show. Did I say this already in a video? I feel like I did, or I feel like I thought about it. Like I thought about something I want to talk about, and I talked about it, but in my head. So, who's that girl? That girl is Poison. You know that song? So I would fill up my MySpace page. You could put music on it. So I put on Poison by Alice Cooper. Not that hoe Poison from Belle Biv DeVoe, where the crew used to do her. Not that Poison, because that's a hoe Poison. But that girl is Poison. So I started calling myself that girl, and then I started calling myself Poison for the longest time. And I used to go on the Adult Swim message boards. Adult Swim is a channel, you know. I used to be really big on that, on the message boards and everything, and I used to always like post there. So I really, as Poison, that was my name. And I was on the Bumps, you know, the Bumps are those commercials on Adult Swim. My Bumps made it. But I noticed like I started, see MySpace, I used to watch all these channels. I think I thought all this stuff. I don't think I actually did a video on it. I thought it when I couldn't go to sleep. And I was thinking about a video I'm going to make. So I used to watch a lot of TV. I don't watch TV really that much. I had basic cable now. I am not paying $170 a month for all that. And I don't have like Sling. Like I don't have any of that, right? I have Tubi and Pluto, which is free TV. Look it up. You can download the app and you have free TV. And I watch Amazon Prime and I watch Netflix and a lot of YouTube when I want to watch something. So I used to watch like Adult Swim all the time and like Comedy Central. I used to watch like you know, all those channels that everybody used to watch. MTV, VH1. So on VH1 I used to watch Best Week Ever, which is a show that they used to have about over 10 years ago. And there's one specific thing which I saw, and it was about Joe Rogan was on the show, and he apparently, okay, so he got in a little scuffle with a kid on MySpace or something, and I'm like, he really interacts with his fans. Like, oh my goodness, he really interacts with them. And he was on MySpace, so I'm like, what? Everyone's talking about MySpace, you know, I'm gonna do it. So what I did was I finally set up a MySpace account because I saw that Joe Rogan talks to his fans. Remember Joe Rogan from Fear Factor and all that? So I set up an account and I added him as a friend, and everybody was adding everybody. This was like the beginning of social media and stuff like that. So I added him as a friend, and I messaged him, hey, and he actually messaged back, and we actually were messaging to and fro for quite some time. Like we were actually talking and stuff. But I think I said something really weird once, but it's okay. Then I was watching Comedy Central, and David Spade has a show called The Entertainment Show or something. He did. And he said something about, you know, Tequila was like one of the big MySpacers back in the day. So was like Forbidden. I think she died though. And like Jeffree Star was really big back then. He's big now, but he's on YouTube and he does tutorials, makeup. But like, it was a big thing. MySpace. It was just a way to like broadcast and showcase your individuality. It was sort of like a digest for like, youngsters. Like it was like how you decorated your locker in high school, or like how you decorated your room. Like the layouts, you could get layouts and stuff like that. And I had hot pink leopard, layout background. I also did tie-dye. I did wood paneling. I always changed my background. And I always changed my song. Like I would put on a song that I was feeling. And then I would post up pictures like of myself and like whatever else I thought was cool. And there was a blog, and you can blog and all this stuff. So I saw David Spade was talking about Tila Tequila, and then he had a MySpace page, but he said don't go to this one though. It was his headshot, and the one he said not to go to was him looking lax, and like the one that was his actual MySpace page, he was like professional and standing up straight. The other one, which is still him, it was his headshot, but he was hunched over, and that was the one that wasn't his. So don't go to that one. But I think that one was also his too, because that's kind of weird. But people used to do fake profiles. So it was just, I don't know. It was like the evil twin or something. But I added David Spade as a friend. And I was actually, I messaged him and he starts messaging me back, and we were messaging to and fro. Okay, and I had like a really cute profile photo of myself. Anyways, so that was linked. I had 2 MySpace profiles, and that was linked, to some other one. And my background for that one was strawberries. So, anyways, I was watching his show the next week or so after like messaging him and whatnot. And I said, "Can you say the secret code when I message? Can you say a secret code shout out to me or something?" Well, I was watching his show and he said, "I just have one secret thing to say," or he said, "I have a code or something." He said strawberries, and I'm like, I knew, I could just tell. I knew like that was for me specifically because my background was strawberries, and I'm like, what the heck? And and then on my profiles I had Adult Swim stuff all over the place. Well, I started noticing when I was watching Adult Swim that stuff I had, they were like doing hints at, like just to get my attention. Like I used to write about it, so I have to really look at it and see what specifically, because right now I'm really focused and distracted on Mike coming over. So once he gets here, I'm not going to be able to continue this conversation. But yeah, like they would say, Kim used to be on, my friend Kim on MySpace was always crazy and always commenting and like they just said a lot of things. Like they said, "Oh, our neighbor's here above us," and I'd also on the MySpace friends page, you can see all the people's profiles. They were above or something, and they said something like, "Our neighbor Kim is all over the place." It was just things that like I just had a feeling it was just meant for me to hear as a subliminal message and stuff like that. And like this stuff was going on for a very long time, and I'm like, this is specifically for me to take note of, So and it just kept happening, and they were always saying poison, and it still happens to this day, but not to an extent because I'm not really paying attention to TV too much. But this actually poured over into my real life when they were sending people into my life to like mess with my head. It got really weird and creepy almost. To one day I actually had to go to the hospital because I was like somebody at this club I was at, they like drugged me, but I feel like they were responsible because it was a very slow trip. It was really weird. I ended up having to get a blood transfusion, but it was a really strange story, and I might do a story time about that another time. I did write about it a lot. I'm gonna write about it again. I'll share that, but I might do a story time on that specific thing that happened. But it really was very strange. Like they would actually, that's how I came to learn about targeted individuals just go on YouTube. But a lot of the people that are targeted individuals, they're kind of like nuts, nutso, crazy, loony, schizophrenic. Somebody actually started calling me schizophrenic and stuff, but you know, like people were specifically, okay, for instance, why am I making a YouTube video? Like, why am I recording myself and posting this online for anybody to see? Like, why am I doing this? Like, I don't even know. It's really silly. Anyways, Mike is here, so I will talk about this more later. Okay? Thanks for listening.